Hello, good morning. My name is Shaban Mohammed. Thank you for joining us. This is the Transfer Hub, a home of all the Ghana Premier League transfers. And of course, you need to subscribe for us. You need to subscribe and enjoy all the content, all the beautiful content from Mo. Now, let's start with the transfer update. Let's talk about what is currently happening. Like I reported yesterday on Theophilus Ayamga. Theophilus Ayamga is the U17 star. He wears a jersey number 10 for the Black Starlets and the Likings, and we saw him performed extremely well this year. Of course, he's one of the young chaps that have the prospect. But then, Yejiman Academy, Yejiman Soccer Academy, is where the young boy plays his football. Remember, some time ago, I wrote a story about him where he lost his parents, the mother and the father, of course. So, currently, there's something unique about that player, of course. It's kind of passes. He is more of a creative midfielder, attacking midfielder. Something special about him, of course. That is something people cannot take away from that Theophilus Ayamga sharp, of course. So, looking at his transfer update, Theophilus is one key player um, for Yejiman. Of course, they are looking at also making huge sum of money from him, having been one of the players they've developed so far. So, what is happening now is that How to Folk have agreed fee with the club, that is Ejiman Soccer Academy. How to Folk have agreed a transfer fee with the club. So as it stands now, How to Folk believes that they can get the player to play for them. And currently, it is only Ejiman that can release the player to Hartlepool, though they have agreed. It is only Ejiman that can release the player to Hartlepool. Whatever they say is final in terms of the player release. But there's something too about transfer. The player must also agree a fee with Hartlepool, and that is what is a challenge now. As I'm speaking to you now, Theophilus Ayamga is yet to resolve his personal terms agreement with Heart of Folk. It is something they are battling. It is something they are talking about because he's a small boy. He's a very young chap. He's a teenager. They are looking at how best they can work out things for the young boy for him to sign officially for Heart of Folk. So currently, there's not been any agreement between the boy and Heart of Folk. But then, like I said, there's an agreement between Heart of Folk and Yejiman. But then there's no agreement between the boy and Heart of Folk. And so that is something about their transfer update. But it looks like the boy is likely to join Heart of Folk. Like I said, Yejiman are almost true. They have agreed with Heart of Folk. They are just waiting for the player to agree on a fee. Then they can just send in their request or transfer the player officially to Heart to become Heart official property. Hearts are also looking at a long-term project with the boy, a long-term deal with the boy to develop him so well because the coach is so happy to watch the boy. The coach believes that the boy is a future. And then at a point in time, the coach watched the boy in the U17 WAFU B. So he's extremely happy with the performance of Theophilus Ayamga. Very happy with the performance of Theophilus Ayamga. So they are looking up to that. They are looking up to making the deal a permanent one in the course of the week. But then today negotiations will continue. Then Sunday to follow. Then by Monday, we'll see if they can come into agreement in the transfer of Theophilus Ayamga from Yejiman to Hartlepool, the Starlet player. Now, after Theophilus Ayamga, Hartlepool have also sent their bid to Swatchema. They want their attacker, um, one of the players that made name in the U17 in the MTN Cup, and so Foster Petogbo is a key player from Swatraman, and then Swatraman are going to compete in the CAF Confederation Cup, and so it is making it difficult. But then Hartlepool have tendered their request. They want the player. They have sent their proposal. They are interested in the young player. They believe that Foster Petogbo would be a future for the team. They believe that Foster is a great player. Foster operates from the wings. So you can find him at the left side, you can find him at the right side. You can imagine Foster Peter buying him an Ayamga, Theophilus Ayamga in the Heart of Oak starting 11. So that is that. So you always find Foster. If this is his pool, you find him attacking from this side, you find him attacking from this side. That is his strength. And then another strength of him is being very confident. He has the confidence. And so that is something about um, uh, 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 Foster Petogba. That is something about Foster Petogba. So a lot of folk have submitted their bid for Foster Petogba. They're looking at the quality of the player. Would the man wants to release the player to Hartlepool? That is another topic for discussion. But as it stands now, Hearts are pushing for the deal. They want the young player. They want the young talent. They want the super talent. They want to try and then convince the young boy, the senior high school Form 2 students, to officially sign for the team. So that is something that is popping up. But then we'll follow up on the transfer of these two players. But then especially Theophilus Ayamga. And then for Foster Petogba, it is up to Nsuatreman to make a decision about the player, to make a decision on either releasing the player or agreeing on a fee with Hartlepool. But for now, after Hartlepool making a request for the player, they're also pushing for the deal through the family of the boy, pushing for the deal that the boy should come. They have a lot of project to do with the young players. So that is some conversation around these two players. And some people are also asking that why not try to focus on the Auroras and get young players? This is the question others are asking. While others believe that these two players have the quality to come in and then help out to folk. What is your thought on this? How to folk chasing Theophilus Ayamga, you talent player, and then chasing another young player, Foster Apetoba. What is your view? What is your thought on these two players? Do you think it is good for her to chase for these two players, or they would have to also focus on their auras and promote the young players who also have that exceptional quality to compete? Looking at what Hamza Issa did in his first season and became the top scorer of the club, became the top scorer of the club in the last 5 years in the Premier League. From Auroras, straight from Auroras. So that is a question that we have for you. You can also share your comments on my, you can share your thoughts and all that here so that we can have a conversation on how to folk again. Coach Christoper, they've been reported that it's going to Heart and all that. For now, there's not been any agreement, and as I'm speaking to you now, Coach is on his way to a foreign deal, and it looks like he might not be available for her to book. He might not be available because for now there's no any agreement between us and Coach Christopher Inin, former Bekum Chelsea coach. There's no agreement between him and her to folk. That is the conversation around the coach. Now let's talk about Yaya Adraman. Now Yaya Adraman is a winger and it's a right back. It's a right back, sorry. And you know how to folk were chasing Lord Amwa until Lord Amwa went to Kumasi Asante Kotoko, but they are officially yet to unveil him as a player. Now, one of the players they are looking up to as a replacement is Yaya Adraman, and Yaya is right back for Gold Stars. Yes, officially, Gold Stars have communicated to the